Okay, so I can't believe this needs to be said again. I was thinking of making a main channel video for this, but I thought that would take too long, so I'm just gonna go really fast here. If you don't want to hear the context or you already know, I'm gonna put timestamps in the description and on the video chapters so you can skip ahead. So there was a Splatfest this last weekend, and the other day I was checking out this post right here on the Splatfest results. And I wanted to see how people were reacting, so I checked the replies, and then I saw this tweet. Spawn camping better be made officially illegal by Splatoon 4, right? So then I decided to quote this by saying, when are y'all going to realize that spawn camping is not the issue? Because it's not. Okay, so now let me clarify. When I made this tweet, I was hoping for people to try and prove me wrong or ask questions so that I could help people improve maybe. My motive was not for everybody to go rush to the replies with quotes and other replies. I just wanted to put that out there. I did not want this person to get harassed at all or nothing like that. So, why is spawn camping not an issue? So, to start, I'm just gonna say if you're complaining about being spawn camped, it's pretty much just a skill issue. But let me get into the details of that. So, spawn camping is when you lock out the enemy team in their spawn to prevent them from progressing the objective. And in the quotes over here, there was a good example of this. So you're just basically not letting the enemy team out of spawn so that they can't progress the objective, so that they can't win the game. You're not trying to give them a chance because you want to win, right? So now in Turf War, there are no knockouts. The whole point of knockouts in the first place is mostly so that when one team is better than the other, the worst team does not have to endure the rest of the match, and so that the better team doesn't have to waste their time on worse players, and they can prove that they're better instantly with knockouts. So in Turf War, where there are no knockouts, the better team needs a way to stop you from winning for the remainder of the game. Instead of being able to end the game early, they have to spawn camp. And this is why it's a strategy. And it has very simple counterplay, and I'm going to use Sundu to visualize this. So I'm gonna go to Brinewater Springs for this example, and let me just zoom in on the spot. Right. Okay. All right. So let's say all of this is enemy territory, and you're being locked out right over here. Right. That's usually what the scenario is. So a common mistake I see people doing a lot is trying to drop here and fight off the enemy team on their own, and then they just get killed because they're all right there. Right? This does not work for a multitude of reasons. But I'm trying to keep this short. So basically, you're trying to fight a team of 4 on your own with no plan and no resources, which is not ideal at all. So how should you deal with it instead? Stay on the spawn platform. Stay here. The enemy team can push you back, but they can only reach so far. If you have to go all the way back here, then do it. You can also try taking this position. It has a bit of high ground. Just don't go to the edge. That's not going to end well. Okay? There's a reason your spawn is inaccessible to the enemy, after all. Okay. So, what should you do? Let's say you have an Ink Strike or a Booyah Bomb. It's going to be over here, right? So, let's say you have Ink Strike or Booyah Bomb, right? Okay? These specials are for displacement. What you want to do, stay away from the enemies. Stay away from them. Stay away from them. They will kill you, okay? You want to stay away from the enemies. And instead, you're going to work towards getting these specials, because an Ink Strike or a Booyah Bomb will clear out this entire area. And then that allows you to push in. And that's what you're going to try and do instead of just dropping with no accord. Right? Now, if you don't have those specials, you have bombs. Suction bomb, splat bomb, even burst bomb, fizzy bomb, auto bomb. All of the bombs. You can throw these down here and you can use them so to limit the enemy's movement because they have to respect it. Because these three bombs can kill you instantly. So they have to respect it, and that's going to limit their movement. All right, and you can also use that to farm your special as well. So what should be the takeaway from this? Just be patient. You should not be just dropping mindlessly. That's never gonna work. Once you get them out of here, then you can coordinate a push, right? Because now you have all of that space back. All right. So just be patient. You can take back, or you can come back really fast in Turf War because of how the game mechanics work. You can come back really fast in Turf War, even if there's only 15 seconds left. If you can just get this part back by being patient with your specials and your subs, you can take back the game really easily. Okay? And if none of that works, then the enemy team is better and there's nothing you can do about it. But spawn camping is a strategy, not an issue. And it never will be an issue. There is a reason why Nintendo has not addressed this. Anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say. I hope this helped. Be good people, and have a good one.